Are you that person that if you've just received a monologue, you just don't know what to do with it? You don't know what to sound like, you don't know what to look like, you don't know how to perform it? If you are that person, then this is definitely the video for you. Hey stars, what is up? Thank you so much for once again stopping back by. I really do hope that you will enjoy today's video so that you can keep coming back for more. If you guys see me sweating, child, it is hot. It is so hot today, and I can't use that because then it's gonna make a noise and you guys won't hear me. But anyway, in today's video we are going to be doing a video that has been requested, which is how to break down a script. I was actually very happy when I saw someone requesting this video because honestly I feel like it's one of the first things that set you up for a great performance. So if that is something you're interested in watching, do keep watching this video till the end. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and let's get into today's video. I actually went ahead and picked out a monologue that we're going to be doing together so that you guys can see how you literally break down the lines. But we're not going to be doing the whole monologue. We are going to be doing just 5 lines from the monologue, and the monologue that I chose is called Finding My Roots by Nazizwe Mzuzu. It's online. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen right here so that you guys can follow as I am speaking. So that's the monologue we're gonna be referring to. The first thing that you need to do when you get your performance piece is you need to read. Child, you need to read. You need to read. Like really read. The minimum times that you can read is 3 times before you do anything else, before you start even thinking about what character am I going to put into this. Can read for over 3 times. I always do. I'd suggest that you read it even if it's like 10 times before you start acting it out, but for a minimum of 3 times. So the first time that you read the monologue, you just casually read it. You read it as if you're reading an article with no character, with no life into it. The second time that you read it, you're now reading it with understanding. You're reading it as a person who is reading to understand, not just reading to pause. And the third time that you read it, you now read it, you embody it. So you read it respecting the punctuation. You read it with sort of an idea of what you want to do with it. The first thing you need to do is you need to read, child. The second thing that you need to do is you need to know the story, know what's happening. Now trust me, if you've read it 7 times, you will know what's happening. You can't not know. And that is why it is so essential for you to read it so much out of character, so that when you get to point number 2, you already understand what is happening. The third part that is so important, that I personally feel like a lot of aspiring actors ignore. Like, we just choose not to do this part. Like, we just ignore this part, and that is to research the words that you do not know in the piece. Let's go to our chosen monologue. This world feels so claustrophobic. I feel that in it I am trapped and there's no escape. I want to run away from seeing people crying every day. I want to run away from seeing the misery in the rising scale in the level of crime in Gugulethu. In fact, not just here at Native Yard 12. In short, NY12, NY11, NY7, it's also there. It's everywhere. So let's say, for instance, you don't know what the word claustrophobic means. Child, the first thing that you need to do is open that dictionary and search what claustrophobic means. Trust me, it is so important for you to know what it is. The minute you take time to know all the words that are in your piece, you're going to perform them differently. You're going to perform them as a person who knows what they're talking about. For instance, you can't say the word claustrophobic like claustrophobic, because then it contradicts what the word means, because claustrophobic means something that is congested, something that is stuffy. So you can't say that word with an emotion that contradicts what it means. But if you don't know what the word means, then you could simply say claustrophobic, as if it's a word that is nice, as if it's a word that is comfortable. If you know what the words mean, you're going to place the right emotion, you're going to place the right intensity, you're going to place the right context in the word. Goes on to say, in the rising scale of Gugulethu. You can't perform this piece if you don't know what Gugulethu is. I'm a person who's never been to a Gugulethu. but you need to take the time to sit down, look at pictures of ikukuletu. You can't speak about ikukuletu but imagining Santon, but imagining Mhlanga, even though you've never been there physically, but you need to know what it looks like. So you need to take the time, go to the internet, search Kukuletu. It's a township in Cape Town. Look at what Kukuletu looks like. There's so many townships that don't look the same. Townships are different. So you need to have a picture so that you can embody yourself and put yourself in those shoes of a person, of a girl, of a male, if you are a male who's going to be doing this monologue, who feels trapped in Kukuletu. You can't be trapped in a place that you're unaware of. So it's things like that. You need to know your piece. You need to research about every single word and thing. The number 4 thing that you need to do when you are breaking down a script or a monologue is you need to look for verbs, action words, doing words, adventure words. Remember, performing is about doing. When you perform, you are doing something. Performance is about action. It's about bringing something to life. What adds life to a piece is doing words. So those words are the most respected words in a piece because they give us the action. They give us what to do. Even if the writer has not written a parenthetical, even if the writer has not written running, even if the writer has not written crying, but if that's what the character is doing in the monologue, you can go ahead and do it because the verbs were given to you. It is not everything in a piece that will be handed to you. Sometimes, speaking from a writer's perspective as well, you just want to let the actor do whatever they want to do with the piece. You don't want to limit them, because another habit that we as actors have is if we see in the parenthetical crying, anything else, they're gonna wanna cry. Whereas you can do the very same thing and not cry. Maybe be at the verge of crying but not cry. Whereas acting is also about what are you as the person feeling at that time, because once it's in an actor's hands, the writer is out of the picture. So for instance, let's go back to our monologue. This world feels so claustrophobic. I feel that in it I am trapped. Doing word, trapped. So you already know the state that you're in. The way that you say trapped is gonna sound trapped. It's not gonna be trapped, because then you'd contradict what the word means. Let's look for another doing word, and there's no escape. I want to run away. Doing word, run. So if you are performing this in a theater, you could action first, words later. You could first run before saying I want to run, and then it looks like, oh my gosh, you've done something so miraculously, like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful performance. Whereas you just paid attention to these little things that really enhance a performance. If you are acting for TV and you can't really run, the way you say it is gonna the tempo, the way that you place the word run is going to be different, because you understand the verbs in the piece. We need to look at when we are breaking down a script is so important, and this is look for beats and emotions. Let's go to our monologue. This world feels so claustrophobic. Beat, I feel that in it I am trapped and there's no escape. So one of the ways in which you can recognize a beat is a shift of thought. So the first line, we're talking about how claustrophobic the world is. And then you shift from that. I feel that in it, I am trapped and there's no escape. So you're imagining this person who's claustrophobic, who's trying to get out. So the first thought was, it's claustrophobic. The second thought is you're putting action into it. You want to escape. That's why it goes on and says, in it, I feel trapped and there's no escape. So it's a person who's attempting to escape. So there's a beat between this world feels so claustrophobic, beat. In it, I feel that I am trapped and there's no escape. It's a different thought. I hope this makes a lot of sense. I really hope it's making a lot of sense. I said we're only going to do the first 5 lines of the monologue, but as you carry on with the monologue, I just realized that there's a part that could make you understand this whole beat and emotion thing. Life today is so unpredictable. Who would have thought that Mtutuzeli and I would be, let me tell you about Mtutuzeli. You see that that I added is not in the monologue, but it's a beat. It's a shift. Was thinking about something. It was an aside. She was thinking about her past with Mtutuzi, and then she remembers that the person I'm talking to doesn't know about Mtutuzi. So there was a shift from thinking to now speaking to the person. So those are the beats and emotions that you need to find that are not necessarily going to be given to you, that add a whole range and dynamic and rhythm to the way the piece is being performed. Okay, the sixth and the final step that you need to do after you've broken down your script is you need to put back your script together and rehearse. Play, be adventurous, do different things, turn it upside down, do it from the bottom, do it from the left. Really play around, try different things. Don't get a piece, do it once in one dimensional way, and then explore. Like, an artist is a person who explores. An artist is a person who is fearless, who tries out different things, because there's so many ways that one thing can be done. It is so easy to bend the rules if you know the rules. I always say, in our industry, there are no rules. There are no rules that can't be bent. But you can only bend the rules if you know the rules, because you know how to reform if you know the original formation. If you guys have more requests on videos, for instance, I promise you, I do get back to requests. This video was requested a couple of months ago and I haven't had time to do it. If you have requested a video and I feel like it is vital, it'll definitely be posted on this channel over time. But for now, you definitely are a star. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.